So this is our very first overlanding adventure, and to kick things off these next few days, we're going to be starting out with exploring Carlsbad National Park. So we're really looking forward to seeing the caves, so let's go check them out. Alright, so we just left Carlsbad, and we had a really awesome time there. It's everything I remember from my childhood when I went. And while we were there, I decided to get some patches. So, can't be overlanders unless you have patches. And speaking of which, we're going to be hitting a nice good trail here. We got quite a bit of miles to put on some dirt road ahead of us. But first, I think we're going to grab some lunch here. Yummy tuna sandwich. Add-ons. Nutrients. I approve of your tuna sandwich. Alright, so we are overland bound, and we are headed to our campsite.
Messed up my camera.
And if I can dodge all the potholes in the road, we'll probably get there in one piece. Cattle guard. Alright, so we are airing down our tires right now and getting ready to hit the dirt road for the first time on this trip, getting off the pavement. We got about 180 miles of dirt road in front of us, and we probably put about 60 of pavement behind us since Carlsbad. So airing down tires is something I've just started doing, and honestly, I was kind of skeptical at first because I don't want to drive on flat tires. But somebody recommended it to me, and so I tried it, and it just makes the ride so much smoother. So I think my tires, I'm setting them at about 20 PSI right now. So it just makes going over sharp rocks and bumps all that much more easier, especially when it comes to washboard. So we made it to camp, still got a sliver of daylight to spare, and so I'm gonna get the tent set up. You gonna get food going?
Yes.
All right, that sounds really good because I'm so hungry for dinner. But let me show you the quick tour here. So here is the rig. We're gonna be parking right there, set the tent up. Looks like over here to the east we have Sitting Bull Falls. Is gonna be right down there in that canyon, about 2 miles down. We might probably hike there in the morning, I think. But meanwhile, I'm gonna get the tent set up and probably get some dinner inside me because I'm so hungry. So I kind of scurried a bit to get the tent set up before I lost too much light, but I think I can get you guys a glimpse of what it looks like here on the rig. And if I take a step back here, not the cleanest setup as we're kind of in a rush here to get dinner going. How's dinner coming along?
Set up the table wrong.
Uh-oh.
Gotta fix it real quick.
Here, let me help. Got it?
This time, yes.
Oh. There we go. Okay. All right, dinner introduction. What are we cooking for dinner tonight?
Fajitas.
Oh yeah, that looks so good. Food. All right, try it. See how it is.
If I get my hair out of the way, I will. Mm-hmm.
Carefully. It's kind of hard doing this one-handed. You may have to fix that.
There.
Good morning, everybody. So we had a pretty interesting night last night. This morning I woke up and our campsite is completely engulfed in fog. Can't really see past 100 feet really. So that was pretty interesting. I was really hoping to get a sunrise photo shoot in this morning, but that didn't really happen. But this is an interesting experience. I'm not complaining, just different. I think we're gonna be getting some breakfast going here, sausage and eggs, and then we're gonna head out to Sitting Bull Falls. So that's Sitting Bull Falls for you. The moody vibes are pretty much everywhere with the fog, and honestly it was a really nice hike. A bit more challenging than we thought. We may have bit off more than we could chew. The descent down into the canyon is pretty easy, but coming back up is a lot harder. The fog will trick you, but honestly there's probably a good 800-foot descent going down and coming back up. But anyway, we're headed back to the car. Everything's already loaded up. I just gotta fold the tent up and we're gonna head out and get back on the trail to our next campsite. So anyway, we're looking for a good campsite here before the sun sets, and seeing lots of camping spots, but there's nothing that really wants to stand out to me. I'm trying to find some place that might shield us from some wind. I guess when you're looking for camping spots, you can have really great views and lots of wind, or really sheltered and a very quiet night. And I learned that lesson last night, so I think we're gonna try and find something a little bit more sheltered, probably butt up against some trees, and set up camp there. So we set up camp here at one of the camping spots we passed on the way in. Not overly excited about it. It's kind of on top of a hill, so the wind is probably going to be an issue. But we did manage to park right next to some trees here. Then that should shield us from the wind in the direction it's coming from right now. But we'll see how well that works tonight, I guess. Well, we're settling in for the night here, and figure I might give you guys a small glimpse of what it's like inside one of these little rooftop tents. But not a whole lot to look at, actually, because the walls are black and they let no light through at all. So anyway, it's kind of nice in the daytime, but you never know when the sun comes up too. Good morning, everybody. So we actually had a pretty good night's sleep last night. I was actually really surprised. So this campsite really turned out to be a win for us. And there was no wind at all, so we slept pretty well, got a full night's sleep. So we're ready for the day today. And today we have plans to hit the longest stretch of trail that we've done so far on this trip. And so we're going to grab some breakfast, pack up camp, and hit it. And there's going to be some pretty good views along the way. So we'll be taking you guys with us. So we just wrapped up our 120-mile stretch of dirt road, and we have hit the pavement here again, right behind me here. We're airing the tires back up. I'm gonna drive into town, probably fuel up again, and continue on to our next campsite. Our tires are aired back up, and we are back on the pavement. We are headed back north to Ruidoso, and from there we'll head to camp. But before we do, there's one little place we're gonna stop at to check out. All right, well, that place I told you I was gonna take you guys, well, the gate to get there is a little on the locked side, but the views are just absolutely mind-blowing off the edge here. And kind of thinking we're gonna set up camp here. It's expected to snow here tonight, and I think we're gonna drop down into the canyon and set up camp, get out of this wind, because the wind is just absolutely atrocious here at the peak. So we're gonna make our way back down, get the tent set up, and probably wake up to a ton of snow on top of us. All right, so finding a campground in this area is proving a bit harder than we thought. Level space is really hard to come by on a mountainside, apparently. So we're gonna take off to the original campsite I had planned. It's gonna be a bit of a travel to get there. I was hoping not to do it in the dark and have camp set up before then, but oh well. But I do know the other one is a pretty good campground, so we're gonna hit the road. Wow, so that was one interesting drive to this campsite. So that was a lot of fog, and we're actually still kind of in it here, but we're just gonna set up camp. There's no wind whatsoever, so that's a good sign. And the place is a little bit eerie with all this fog, but I think we're gonna make it work. All right, so tent is set. We're getting all our stuff thrown in there. It is freezing, it is foggy, I am tired. So we're just gonna climb in and call it a day and see what tomorrow awaits for us. Well, good morning everybody. It is probably close to 8 or 9 o'clock. I don't really know exactly, but I do know it is very, very cold. And it just kind of dumped a lot of snow on us last night. So we're in the process of getting the tent packed up. Right, frankly, I have a little weight issues on the rainfly that I'm going to deal with here shortly. But man, what a way to end the trip here. So, last night of camping and all this snow. So that pretty much concludes our little weekend adventure here in southern New Mexico. And we're really glad you guys were able to join us with it. And if you guys want to see more like this, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, we'll be making more. So we'll catch you guys in the next one.